NBA Finals MVP. He's also my longtime teammate and friend. Kobe Bryant joins me here in the studio. Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant, a.k.a. Black Mamba, a.k.a. best closer in the game, a.k.a. five-time champion. What's happening?
Just chilling, man. Just hanging out. In the summer, just recharging the batteries a little bit.
Right. How does it feel? I mean, I know we talked before, but winning Game 7 on the Staples Center floor against the Celtics to get the fifth ring.
Yeah.
Break it down, please.
You can't explain it. You can't put it into words. When I run into people on the street throughout the summertime, they always ask me about that. Like, what did it feel like?
Right.
You can't find the words to describe the level of excitement and enjoyment, winning it at home, against the Celtics. It was just...
I mean, that night, I remember we wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as a team, we struggled early. We didn't shoot the ball well.
Yeah.
And finally, in that fourth quarter, we were able to get it together. I knocked down a shot. You knocked down a shot. Finna make some closing free throws. Early on, what were you thinking? How were you feeling about the struggles?
It was just like every time we got close, it slipped. Kept slipping away from us. We kept knocking on the door, kept slipping away. Kept knocking on the door, kept slipping away. And it's just like, no, we have to do it. And I remember we had a conversation in timeout towards the end of the game when we finally got to that door again. And it was like, no, now's the time. Now's the time. We can't let them slip away now. We battled all the way back. We got back into striking position. Now it's time we go through that door. And that's, you hit that big three. I hit a little pull-up too. And, Ryan obviously made that huge shot.
Yeah.
And, Sasha came in and dolled up the eyebrows and fixed her hair and knocked down a couple of clutch free throws. And then the rest is history.
Yeah, when you knocked down the pull-up too, I knew we had it locked at that moment.
And you know what, man? I had to make one shot. You know what I mean? So, like, when we talked about running that sequence in the timeout, I said, okay, you know what? I've been playing like crap all night long. Least I can do is make one shot. I just got to make one.
I knew you were going to make one. So speaking of Boston, since we're talking about the Celtics, just the other day, Doc Rivers, head coach of the Boston Celtics, I want to read you a little something that he said.
Okay, all right.
And I quote here. They, referring to us, you and I, the Lakers, still have not beaten our starting five. Our starting five versus the Lakers starting five has a ring. What are your thoughts about these comments?
You know what? I don't really get caught up in the emotion of it too much. I think just the facts of it are wrong because, in 08 we didn't have Drew or Trevor. So in that sense of, what happened in 08, that wasn't our starting five either. So, I mean, just on its face, it's not accurate.
I have more opinions, but, we're on the show. I'll keep it moving here. Next thing I wanted to talk to you about, all the movement in the offseason, so many players changing teams, re-signing with their teams to try to build dynasties and whatnot. LeBron James, your overall thoughts about not just him leaving Cleveland, but the process, what you thought about the process. Would you ever see yourself, having been a free agent, making the similar decision that a lot of people really want to know because they know you've been there before?
Yeah, it's I keep my opinion of it extremely simple. And what I mean by that is I know him. We played together on the Olympic team. He's a friend. So I'm happy for him.
Right.
In terms of everything that kind of came out of that from the city of Cleveland or what have you, I don't take any part of that. I'm happy for him because he seems to be happy with his decision. I'm happy for D Wade for the situations that they have and Chris Bosh. So everything else I leave them, for them to decide. But for me personally, I'm happy for him.
Right. Could you see yourself in, not even now because we know you're extended till 2014, but when you were a free agent, when you had those choices, and being a free agent in pro sports is a tough spot to be in, so to speak.
Extremely.
You had choices. You could have left. Could you have seen yourself at that time if you hadn't won a ring, you're 7 years in, you're not sure if the team you're on can win it, would you have made a decision to go join up with somebody else and try and win it?
Well, I mean, it's my answer is, my answer.
Right.
My answer is no. But, people will take that as, well, what do you feel about LeBron doing that thing?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Take it as a knock towards him, and it shouldn't be that way.
Because you guys are not the same. You're Kobe.
No, we're different.
He's LeBron.
We're different. He's a different person than I am. I mean, you can take that as a positive or a negative. I'm as stubborn as a mule. So you know what I mean? Right. So it cuts both ways.
Yeah, but these are things that you haven't said before. So, like you said, people will spin it however they want. Sure. But with those changes, with those guys joining up, some people feel they'll be the team to beat. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, I know the answer to the question I'm going to ask you. Who do you feel like is the team to beat in the NBA?
Yeah, man. Those are just facts. We just won the championship, and until we get the throne, we're still the team to beat. As a kid in high school, and you look at what they've been able to assemble. Basically form Voltron. That's just what they've done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you're a kid or you're a fan, you're looking at that, you're gonna say,
right. So in the East,
understandable.
In the East, when you think about big fella going to Boston, for example, and Jermaine O'Neal joining up, and them re-signing Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. Mm-hmm. In the East, is Miami that clear cut of a favorite?
Nah, because we know the game, because we play against these teams. We know how great Boston is. We know the potential that Orlando has. And, Dwight's, sitting back, recharging, and working hard as well. So you can't say that they're clear cut in the East, as you can't say that we're clear cut in the West. Are we the team to beat? Yeah. Does that mean we'll come out the West? No, it doesn't. Because we have so much work to do from September on through the rest of the season.
Right. So I know I said big fella earlier.
Yeah.
So that everybody understands that means Shaq. We know that. Your thoughts about him going to Boston, and even in a larger perspective, the multiple changes in teams, at the latter part of his career, because he's one of the best, most dominant bigs to ever play. And what do you think about the changes, in
it happens. It's part of, it's just part of the evolution of a player. You reach that point in your career and your game changes, but your contribution to the team, whatever team that you're on, can still be a great contribution in terms of helping them get over the hump or helping them to get that championship. So is he the same player as he once was? No, he's not. But can he still contribute and be an integral part of a team's success? He can.
Final note here. Talking about Shaq, futures, changes. Yeah. Let's talk about your future. Myself, everybody wants to know. Sure. I signed a 3-year contract for a reason, because somebody I'm sitting next to signed until 2014.
Right.
You finishing that on out? How many more rings? You're one away from tying Michael Jordan. There's a lot of different aspects to you signing until 2014.
Well, we just take it year by year. In terms of winning championships, we've been very, very fortunate. We're very lucky to come from 96 to where we are now. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely not playing for another team. Mm-hmm. It's hard to say, 100%, but 99.9999% sure that I'll be finishing out my career with the Los Angeles Lakers, which, I'm happy about that.
Yes. Yes. I seriously, my friend, appreciate you stopping by to chop it up with us, give everybody the view of where you are, where the team is going, and you've been enjoying the downtown with the family, man. Thank you very much.
As you notice the shorts. This is straight backyard right here.
All good. When we come back, we'll have more in the forum. Don't go anywhere.